Thank you for hanging out with us. This is the BND show. Wetering sa may papi algo masya great, no? We all know that African fashion, as I mentioned in the intro, is super vibing right now, thanks to the Black Panther, and it's sort of got a surge in the media. We know people that dress with their African style, the dashiki, since forever, but now it's more in the spotlight. And here in Curacao, we have Miss Inonge, and she is one of the persons that over the couple of years has been really sort of pushing the African fashion design and African style. She's also part of a group of people that are really into the designing and making sure that here in Curacao, the African fashion, the beautiful colors, the prints come more into the mainstream. Good morning to Marilyn Isa. I love you. And there's so many more. And our good friend, she's here with us today here at the beautiful Barrio Hotel in Otrabanda. Inonge, good morning. Happy Thursday, girl.
Thank you. What a beautiful introduction.
Yes. Because people in Sabin, St. Martin, and Stacia, they're looking at us. And as I mentioned, we know so many people that since we were kids, we've seen them with their dashikis and their head wraps and their bold earrings, their bold colors. And we was like, wow. But now it's like,
it's
it's everywhere.
Yes, exactly. And that's really, really a beautiful thing. And I would like to point out, in the beginning, you'd see grandmothers wearing traditional African prints. So they'll be dressed in a skirt, a shirt, and a turban in one print.
Yes.
But now it's evolving, it's moving with time, and you see things like this,
you
with
just the little details,
with the little details of African prints. So it makes my African heart smile.
I know. Look, I'm getting goosebumps. So then my viewers know that that's a good thing. If I get goosebumps, it's all good. Now, Africa is such a large country, and people from the continent with so many different countries, and there's so many different tribes and colors, all representing the different African nations. And wherever you go, most people can recognize, and they say, "Oh, this person is from this part of Africa," etc., without speaking one word. No, they just recognize the colors or the style that something is draped on someone's body. Now, if you were to describe African fashion in a few words, how would you be able to do that?
Yes, well, African fashion in a few words. That's interesting. I think it's beautiful, it's vibrant, and it's welcoming to everyone. And like you mentioned, with the prints, you can tell this print is coming from West Africa, this print is coming from Southern Africa. And in my collections, I have prints from everywhere. I have friends, when they go to Nigeria, they bring me something. When they go to Mali, when they go to South Africa, they think of me and they bring me something. And when I travel myself, I bring something back. So it's very difficult to define African fashion in one term, in a context. But what I would say, it's vibrant. It's welcoming. It's for everyone.
Now, those are that's a wonderful description, Inonge, and it makes me think, also now on the runways and international runways, there's more focus on African designers. Last, Naomi Campbell, she walked in an African designers show, and she was like sort of blown away. I mean, she probably knew that what it is and what it looks like, but I think once she was actually in it and spoke to many of the designers, she was like, wow, this is something so wonderful, and she's putting her support behind the different African designers.
Yes.
Why now? Why are our African designers so sort of underrated? I mean, we're used to these vibrant colors. Does it scare people that saying, if I'm a certain color of a certain race, with all of this cultural appropriation that's going on, people are sort of, do I dare? Are they going to say, yeah, I'm a light-skinned person, or I'm an American person, or I'm Dutch, or I'm English, of Irish descent or whatever, and I'm wearing these colors. I don't want people to think that I'm misappropriating someone else's culture or fashion.
Yeah, that's a very, very good observation. These days you hear people shouting on social media as well about stealing our culture, appropriation, culture appreciation, as I would like to call it, because I think African prints are not just for a certain skin type or for a certain hair type. It's for everyone. And if I see a person of African descent, or let me say of not of this skin, wearing a head wrap, I say it's somebody appreciating my culture. We've been walking around in European style of dressing, and I think this is the right time for African fashion to be out there. We have the urban look, so it's like the African fashion is evolving, moving with time, being now in the now time. When you look at hip hop music now, you see a lot of colors coming in. So I think the answer to the why now is because now is the right time. There are more people now focusing on going back to the roots. There are more people now focusing on embracing the roots, and there are more people now focusing on supporting the African fashion industry. Not that they are stealing, not necessarily to say they are stealing our culture. There are a certain group of people who would like to profit from this because now it's out there, but there are also a number of people who are not of African descent but trying to push this. I think it's a way of helping, and I think this is the right time to embrace the roots.
Fantastic, fantastic. Televidente, conversando con Inonge, bumesa itambita profilando masya bumes aqui no Curacao and for the world actually palo kita trata African fashion. And talking about evolution, let's talk about your fashion, your evolution as a fashion designer. Because I remember seeing you a few years ago, and I was so impressed. The shoes with the African prints, the necklaces, and those beautiful skirts, and now these head wraps, what we're going to get to in a minute. Umbeki no sabay bosa disekta head wraps na aki pa, so they're fantastic. Pero contanos dibo your evolution as a fashion designer.
Yes, this has been a really, really interesting journey, I can tell you. I started this as a hobby, I started with shoes. Those who follow my story, they know I would buy shoes in Holland and then try to pimp them up with African prints because, of course, I like unique things, having something which doesn't exist. So I started from the shoes, and people were coming to buy shoes from me. They wanted, a matching skirt, a matching bag. And then I decided to enroll in a course, fashion and design, and I was doing that course in the evenings. And my business started moving like that. And when I moved to Curacao, it was just boom, from nowhere. Let me say, I came from zero to be my own hero. It's really amazing how everything was just embraced here in Curacao. And I moved from a hobby designer to a fashion designer to an artist. I got invited to museums to create things for them and to give workshops, to give people, lessons in doing things. So I'm from a designer to a stylist, people ask me when they have fashion shows. Yes,
exactly. and our artists, our local artists also.
Yes, exactly.
We have a picture of Tammy also, so beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Naomi Silvani and a few others. So it's so interesting. And I think it's thanks to Curacao, the way they welcomed me, the way people embraced my work, and just, that has been a very good boost, and it feels good.
We love it. And now let's get to these head wraps, girl.
Of course, this has also been an evolution.
Listen, because not everybody is as dexterous as you are when wrapping and doing all of this. So this is a lifesaver for a lot of people. Now, explain to us what gave you the idea to make these sort of ready-made head wraps, because we see people and older people also, and here in Curacao, we have the linsu. You have to sit, and they have to, and once it's done, you can take it off, and it's starch, and you can put it on. But the head wraps, just like yards of cloth, and just going on and on and on. Not all of us can do that. So this is like super duper lifesaver. I mean, everybody can like put on a shower cap.
Yes, exactly. As simple as that. Actually,
I was so impressed.
I know.
And I sent you my message. Oh my God,
I love that.
Love that.
Even me, I can do that. You said.
It would take me like the half of the day to wrap my head, and I still won't have it good. Tell us how you came upon
Yes,
this
yes.
this ingenious head wrap
Yes.
style.
You know, I give workshops to different people, to children, to adults, you know, on how to wear head wraps. And not everybody is, you know, the workshops are always fun, they're interesting, but sometimes it's just confusing for people. So I've been thinking of a way, you know, to make life easier, because my passion is to see a lot more people embracing head wraps. And so somebody tagged me in a post on Facebook, and they said, look at this, you know, it looks so nice and easy. And I looked at that and I tried to, you know, organize it.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
So customize it, and I came up with these, and they're like, everybody's welcoming them.
Yes.
They're so easy. Even now, I'm going to demonstrate one, but I have also like this is, yeah,
It's so easy.
Yes. And I'm going to demonstrate one. And you know, the good thing about these things is they have, can I use this?
Yeah, sure.
They have like a lining inside.
It protects
because
our
yes,
hair.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly, yes.
And it doesn't rub, it's not cloth, it doesn't rob your hair of that
Yes.
moisture.
Yes. And I mean, when you wear this, it's like, it's just a hat like this.
Yes.
And when you put it on, it looks like Gary just put in lots of effort to create that look. But
That's what we like. You know, we want to make it look hard, but it's like a snap.
Yes. You want to see?
Yes.
Okay, sometimes you want your hair to breathe, you know, you don't want to be braiding or doing lots of things. So this comes in very handy. My hair is full
Yes.
now.
Your beautiful crown.
Yes, okay. So you just put it on like this.
Right. That's like a snap.
So I don't have a mirror now, but
We have a mirror.
do you have a mirror?
Yes.
Then I can see what I'm doing.
Yes. We're going to hold it off camera for you.
Ah, okay, perfect.
We're going to hold it tiki off camera. Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, there's already a knot in here. So you see, you hide the lining, you make it a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Like yards and yards of epic
Yes,
wrapping.
yeah, see? And there you go.
Amaze balls, as they
Look at
say.
that, right? It looks like you've been wrapping your fabric
Yes,
for
I got up like
minutes.
4 in the morning.
And you don't have the pin, you know?
No. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yes, and you're ready to go.
Oh my goodness. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's super
Yes.
Inonge to the
And,
rescue.
yeah, and I have different
Yes, the
sizes,
different
you know, when you
sizes,
have
yes.
like your hair is flat or you have
Yes.
cornrows.
You know, you can do
you
up
have
the
small
braids.
one. When you have braids, then you have the bigger one, you know, or
Fantastic.
dreadlocks.
Or you
just
have a
tie
big head.
You have a big head. You do that, yes.
Fantastic.
And your hair is still protected because you
Yes.
have,
And
yes,
the lovely
yeah,
scarves.
and these are
This
just
is
the ordinary
fantastic.
ones. Yes,
Right.
yeah.
No, fantastic. Hey, we love it. And you have these also.
Yes.
These are a snap also.
You just-
know, you can
yeah.
just pop it on and wrap it up. This is fantastic.
And
no,
this one has
fantastic.
an elastic at the back, and this one you can tie it yourself.
Okay.
So you tie it at
Oh,
the back
fantastic. Or the
or
front.
in front, whatever you want.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let me
Life
try
made
this
easy.
one.
Yes.
Mampur ba? Up, mas arriba?
Yeah,
Mas arriba?
there you go.
Ah, yeah?
Wow. You can have that one.
Oh, oh my goodness. Thank you. This is so easy. Look at that.
In less than... Perfect.
¿Cuánto tiempo? ¿Cuánto tiempo? Oh, menos de un segundo. Fantastic. Hey, no, fantastic. Now, tell us about the workshop that's coming up on the 13th.
Yes, so for people who still want to wrap their heads, who still think it's
The traditional
funky,
way?
yes, the
Okay.
traditional way, we have a workshop coming up on the 13th of July. That's coming Saturday at Curacao in the morning at 10 o'clock. And the workshop is about you get to learn different styles of wrapping your head wrap, and you know how to secure that head wrap. The shopping also, you can buy head wraps from me, but I also know people on the island or stores where you can buy, where you can score for good prices.
Cool.
And you know, when you wear a head wrap, you always want to take selfies.
Oh, yes.
So I'm having Caroline coming
yes.
on to give a few tips on how to make that perfect head wrap. And it's just a very, very interesting
And the perfect
way.
hair wrap, and the selfie. When you make your head wrap, you do the...
You make a selfie,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
exactly. And for the vacation, of course, you're
Yes.
traveling, you want to take some selfies.
Instagram,
So she's
everything.
going to give us some tips. Yes, yes. And it's actually a very nice way of hanging out with your girlfriends or with your mom or with your aunt or with your daughters. Yes, and the price is
65, right.
Only 65 guilders.
And they're seeing the flyer on screen, and you can let Inonge know that you're coming. The number is also there, 521-1884 or 692-5499. Inonge is going to be there. Caroline is going to be there to show you how to take the perfect selfie. You're going to have refreshments, tips on shopping. Now, in general, no, how many meters or yards of cloth do you need to do a head wrap?
Yes, that's actually very interesting because you have different styles of wearing head wraps. And it's also very interesting because in Africa we have the head wrap like a way of communicating.
Yeah.
So for example, when somebody dies, you wear a head wrap in a different way. Then you don't need so much fabric. You only need a small fabric because it's, of course, a way of communicating. But there's also like a head wrap is like a status symbol, you know, when you're doing good in life or you're feeling happy, you just got married, then you want to wear a very big head wrap.
Because I see the ones that has like the like 1,000 folds.
Exactly,
small,
yeah,
small.
the gele.
Yeah, the gele. And I saw that, interestingly enough, some people up on St. Martin for the Emancipation Day, they were full Wakanda style. My cousin sent me some pictures.
Nice.
They were painted with they had the head wraps and the shells and the gele.
Yes.
And I was like, what?
And for that one, you need like 2 meters of fabric. But for the normal daily head wraps,
Regular,
you just need like this piece.
Like a meter and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can wrap as many styles as you want using this. Yes.
Hey, we love it. We love it. Televidente, conversation ko Inonge pamesa eting a head wrap course gestres aqui no kaso na cura de arte. Ita bosata na una ta emisa di Peter May dilanti di essay of dilanti di wine cellar di Turdos Banda ayan na Peter May gestres di yearly essay ta tumaluga 65 florin botanya diferente tips bosakong bos Mesa selfie tambe. Palo que trata boherla Caroline at baite at baita algo mas great miss anto si boke e hook up what is this called? Does it have a name?
The turban?
Yes, what is this particular one called?
This is just a ready to wear.
Oh, ready to wear.
Yes.
If you want to get into the ready to wear, it's not ready to wear. Pret-à-porter. That's a French. Pret-à-porter. Then she can give you information. You can send her a Facebook message or you can give her a call. And if you want one specially for you, for any special occasions, maybe, hey, you're getting married and you have an African theme, you know, she's going to give you the hookup and sit with her and she's going to fix it. She's going to fix you up nice. And if you're watching on the other islands, you can check Inonge on Facebook. Just put in Inonge and it's going to come up. Yes, it's going to come up and then you can see all of her designs. And if you want anything specific, she can hook you up with that. Inonge, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. Always a pleasure talking to you.
It's always a pleasure talking fashion. And good luck on the 13th.
Thank you.
With the head wrap workshop. And thank you for this wonderful gift.
And
I'm going to wear it with so much pride. When I go home, I have to check in my closet to see everything that I have that it matches with. Yes,
Good.
That's me. That's me. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. And when we return, we have some more for you in the brand new Day Show coming at you directly from Curacao.